My camera's a little bit crooked. Hi everybody, Nicole Fecto here from Better Homes and Gardens, Masiello Group, here to talk to you about 10 questions that you must ask if you are interviewing a real estate agent, and you should interview an agent. While we always say, get a recommendation from somebody you know who has just done a deal in real estate and maybe take that recommendation, you should always interview 3 different agents and hear questions that you should ask your agents. And I have my cheat sheet in front of me because I've been very thoughtfully writing this out. Question number 1, how long have you been in business? Right now, we are seeing so many brand new agents in the market. Real estate is sometimes looked at as an easy way to make money. And during COVID, a lot of people took the time that they had off to get licensed. So knowing how long an agent has been in business is very important. Real estate is generally your biggest asset, and it's one of your biggest investments. So you wouldn't want somebody who just got licensed last week to sell a multi-million-dollar property for you. You don't know what you don't know. So asking how long somebody's been in business, big one. Do you primarily work with buyers or sellers? Some agents are buyer-heavy agents, and they're really, really good at that. They're really good at negotiating on the buying side. Some agents are primarily listing agents, and they're really good at marketing houses and negotiating from a seller perspective. It's good to know what you're looking at, what you're working with, and that they can work with you to your best advantage. What do you do that sets you apart from other agents? So this is particularly listing agents. What do you do that sets you apart from other listing agents? Anybody can put your house on the MLS and put a sign in the yard. That's easy. It's the rest of the marketing. And especially with an experienced agent, you're going to get a, probably a broader scope of what they do when you have an agent with more experience. Where do you spend your marketing dollars, and how much success have you had with marketing? Generally, when you're selling your house, you are paying an agent thousands of dollars, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars to sell the house. It's important that they're actually spending some money to market and they've got some skin in the game. And it's good to know where they're marketing it, how they're marketing it, and how they're spending that advertising money. On the same note, how much do your services cost? So how much is an agent charging you to provide these services? And what, if anything, are you as a seller expected to pay? Some agents expect their sellers to pay for staging or photography, or they take it out at the very end. So they, in a roundabout way, charge sellers for it. So it's good to know, what are you expected to pay? And again, what will your net proceeds be is another good question. An agent can take what they think your house will sell for and extrapolate everything and tell you what you're going to walk away from the table with. And that's an important number. It's good to know. Will you be at all my showings? So the next are primarily listing agent questions. So will you be at my showings? Are you going to be there showing my house, or are you going to let the buyer's agent just come with their clients? That's important. And it's important to a lot of sellers to know that. Will you put a lockbox on my house? If you put a lockbox on my house, who's going to have access to it? When are you going to use it, and why are you going to use it? All very important questions. How and when will I get feedback from showings? So some agents use an automated program to obtain feedback from buyer agents. Some agents, if they're there at the showing, they can give you feedback right away. And some buyer's agents, it's just like pulling teeth trying to get feedback from them. But it's good for you to know, how and when will I get the feedback? So you want to make sure that your agent is speaking in the same language that you are. So if you like phone calls and you want your agent to call you to give you feedback, that's important to know that that agent's going to phone call you. If you want emails, if you want text messages, if you don't care what the feedback is, these are all good conversations to have before you find an agent that you're hiring. And the 10th question is, will you have open houses? Open houses can be, they're very popular right now because we have such a hot market where we have, a ton of people coming into open houses. Open houses can also be a liability. So if you've got items of value, or if you have medication and whatnot, or you may not, for other reasons, you may not want just anybody to be able to come into your house at an open house. So that's a good question to ask. If you have any questions that you would like answered about real estate, please send me a message. or text me at 207-251-9535. If you would like a printout of these 10 questions, I'm happy to send that to you also. Just send me a message with your email address and I'll send it right over to you.